Hey, hey, hey! I hope you're having a marvelous Monday. It's your favorite remote work enthusiast, Delilah, and I am back with a handful of hot healthcare opportunities. And if you're like, Delilah, I am not a healthcare lover, these aren't going to be for me, I am going to ask very kindly. Just stay tuned, okay? Because it is healthcare season, and there are a lot of piping hot, awesome healthcare opportunities that I think are worth at least hearing out. And for the people who are healthcare lovers, I don't even have to sell you. So we're going to get into all the details. But first things first, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, and select all. That way YouTube tells you every time I post a video. And I'm right here again, Monday through Friday. So lock it on in. And now that you've taken care of that business, we're ready to jump in. All right, you guys, we're jumping on in here. And excuse me if you hear a honk or a click because I was at a kiddie party this weekend and yeah, we know how that goes. So, jumping on in, the first company that I want to spotlight is Humana. We know Humana, okay? Humana has been on this channel a million times, all right? Humana is that huge healthcare company that you've seen plenty of times on TV. And in case you are not familiar with them, you can check them out on their Glassdoor as well as their homepage, which is where we're at. And you can see they're talking about, it's 2026 open enrollment period. Okay, that's what I mean by healthcare season. And if you go over to their Glassdoor, you can see that this is a huge company, 10,000 plus employees. Tons of people have reviewed them, and it seems like people really like them. So to navigate to their careers, we would just go to the very bottom, and under the About Us, you'll see where it says careers, and we'll just click on that. And from here, we can learn more about the company, what they have going on. They have great benefits and all of that. We're just gonna leave this blank and hit search. And then from here, they make it really simple to say what we're looking for. And if you wanted to make sure that your state is in the number, you can choose it and go from there. I'm gonna get into one lead right now. So jumping on in, this is for their provider data management and contract load professional position. This is available in 48 locations, and you can see just about all of these states are listed here. Not all of them, but most of them, almost all of them, 48, there's 50. So this is a great opportunity. And this is a full-time career-like opportunity. They let us know down here what the hours are. You're going to be working remotely, and it's a Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time role. So if you're on the East Coast like me, you would just adjust that for your time zone. And they're not looking for anything crazy. This would be a great way to, like I said, start a great career. They just want you to have an associate degree and 1 year of experience in a business or healthcare environment working with provider files or the collection and coordination of practitioner data, or 2+ years of the same experience. Now, if you're like, Delilah, I don't have my associates, I haven't worked in healthcare, will there be something for me? Yes. If this one doesn't work, stay tuned. But for the folks who have worked in, some type of administrative healthcare role, which is a lot of us on this channel, this is a great opportunity. So what you're going to be doing is, it says in this dynamic position, you will ensure the accuracy and integrity of critical provider data within our provider data management system, contributing to the seamless delivery of healthcare services across Medicare, DSNP, Medicaid, and long-term care programs. You will collaborate with cross-functional teams and support key initiatives such as provider network development and credentialing, making a direct impact on the quality and accessibility of care for our members. So you are going to be in credentialing. You're going to be in that provider data management ecosystem. That's what you're doing. And a lot of folks have done this type of work before. So if you're like, Delilah, I'm ready to put my best foot forward, I love this opportunity, then I would do so using the remote resume builder software. This is a software me and my team created to make it so simple to put your best foot forward for these opportunities. And you can create effective resume and cover letters in minutes because we have tons of ATS optimized templates, and you can choose from many templates, way more than what's listed here. But if I were to say which template would be the best one to go with, I would go for the credentialing specialist template. And as you can see, we have a lot of templates listed here, but that one's not listed here among many. It's in the software. Let's take a look. So if you go over to the software and you just type in Creden, you will see a lot more templates and this one will pop up. This is the template to use, the credentialing specialist resume template. And we've got cover letters to go with it. So when I tell y'all that we've got you covered, we've thought about just about every type of position you could be applying for. We really have. And if you don't see it here, it's in the software. And if it's not in the software, you can just shoot us a message in the support desk, which we're in 7 days a week, and we make templates all the time. So try out the software. It's just $1 during our 7-day trial, and I think you're gonna love it. And now let's move on to the next hot lead. So jumping on into the next opportunity, this one comes from a company called Ascension. And I have shared this company on my channel plenty of times, and I believe I shared them within like the last 2 weeks. Now, this is another healthcare company. I told y'all, you gotta be a healthcare lover. And if you're not, you'll become one. Now, you can check them out on their Glassdoor, another huge company, 10,000 plus employees. They have almost the exact same amount of Glassdoor reviews as Humana, and they have almost the same rating. So this is a huge company as well, and people love them. Now, to navigate to their careers, we just want to scroll to the bottom. And when you get down to the bottom, you'll see for professionals, and then you'll see Ascension careers. And that's what we're going to select. And then from here, you can see, they have a little preview for you. They can tell you more about, how they do things and, their company culture, which is great to see because we want somewhere that we're going to be happy at. And so I'm going to leave this blank and I'm just going to click the little magnifying glass. And then now I am able to, toggle my search further. I can, choose my location so that I know something works for my location and, go from there. I'm going to get into one lead right now. So jumping on in, this is for their temporary care navigator opportunity. And we see the details. And this is a temporary full-time Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. opportunity. Now, you're not going to be working from 7 to 7, but their hours of operations are from 7 to 7. You'll be working a full-time 40-hour schedule. And they let us know that the training classes begin in late November, early December, and deployment is to end no sooner than January 31st. So that means that you're going to be employed at least until January 31st. And so this is a great seasonal role that is available because it is healthcare season. You're going to see a lot of seasonal or temporary roles because it is healthcare season. And so they tell you about, some of the great things they have going on. And what you're doing in this role is you're going to communicate with patients, participants, and staff to accurately schedule patients for prescribed procedures, perform clerical and reception duties associated with patient registration. So this is a good old appointment scheduling position, which I know a lot of us love. And they're not looking for anything crazy. High school diploma or 1 year of applicable cumulative job specific experience required. So as long as you've worked for a year or you have your high school diploma, you could put your best foot forward and expect to hear something good. And you got to be okay with talking on the phone and, using chat and, communicating. And this is going to be a great way to get a lot of very, very transferable skills. So if you're like, Delilah, I love this. I love scheduling an appointment or at least the idea of one, then I would put my best foot forward using the remote resume builder software. And the template I would use would be the appointment scheduling template. This one right here, this is the template to use because it gets across all the things that they are interested in. And even if you've never scheduled an appointment, this opportunity is open to you. So I would use this one, build off of it, keep what you can, change what, would be more true to your situation, because these are a great way to start off. But remember, we're always adding our razzle dazzle. And then we've got you covered with the cover letter templates, and you can be on your merry way. So now let's move on to the next opportunity. So jumping on into the third company, this one's called Devoted, and I have shared Devoted plenty of times. And you see, Medicare's 2026 annual enrollment period is here. Okay, all of these companies are getting people because they need the extra hands on deck. Okay, and so if you go to their Glassdoor, another huge company, another well-loved company, we love it. To see their careers, we just want to scroll down to the bottom, and when you get to the bottom here, you'll see where it says careers, and you can just select that. And from there, you'll see their careers page, and you'll see all the great things they have going on. Looks like they had a game night or something, and that looks like fun. So we want to select view jobs, and from here, you'll be able to see what they have available. We'll get into one lead right now. So jumping on in, this is for their member service guide position, and this is a remote opportunity, and they tell us the call center hours. So from April to September, we see what the hours are. They go well into the night, and then we can see where we're at right now. October through November, they go well into the night. And if you're someone who's looking for later hours, this would be a great company to at least explore. And that's the key. If a company doesn't operate at midnight, there's no chance of working at midnight. But because this company goes to 2 a.m., it's a possibility to get a schedule like that. And so they give us the details here. You're going to get trained. You're going to have continuous coaching. And what you're going to do is you're going to engage members with empathy and professionalism across calls and digital channels. You're going to help build high quality connections, translate complex benefits and healthcare information into simple, clear terms, flex between inbound service, outbound engagement, and digital outreach, and adhere to HIPAA compliance and master multitasking skills. So they only need you to have 1 year of experience in a call center environment. You just got to enjoy healthcare, proven ability to build rapport and trust, and have resilience to succeed in a fast changing dynamic environment. So if you're like, I love these details and these details too, then I would put my best foot forward. And the template I would go with would be the healthcare call center template. This is the best one for this role because you're going to be working in a healthcare call center environment, and all of the things that they want you to show up with, this gets it across. And then, they're going to train you on what else you need. So I would go for that one. And now I have one more final bonus opportunity. So jumping on into the final opportunity, this is a bonus one because it's limited, but I thought it was worth mentioning. Now this one comes from HCA Healthcare, and it's been a while since I've had an opportunity to share them. Now you can check them out on their website, which has a lot of information. You can also check them out on their Glassdoor. Another huge company, 10,000 plus employees. They have even more reviews than Humana's Glassdoor. Now if you go to their homepage at the top, you'll see careers, and we'll select that. And then from here, you can see more about the company, what they have going on. We're going to leave this blank and we're just going to hit search. And so from here, you'll see where you can, further narrow down your search. And a lot of these roles are limited for the specific state or states listed. So there's not going to be something all the time for you, but it's at least worth going to every week and checking out if you are interested in this company. I'm going to get into the lead that I want to share right now. So jumping on in, this is for their scheduling assistant position, and this one is available in a handful of states. So I know not for everyone, but if you love that other scheduling role, you're going to love this one because you are going to be a scheduling assistant and you're going to, be helping with scheduling appointments, anything that the patients need scheduling. That's what you're going to do. And you can see that this is a great opportunity. You don't really need to have a lot of experience. It says preferred if you've worked in a call center, preferred if you have medical office experience. And, this is actually very beginner friendly. So if you like this one, I would put my best foot forward, and I would also use that appointment scheduling template for this one. This would also be a great one to use the appointment scheduling template for because this is an appointment scheduling role. And then, we've got you covered with the cover letters as well. So check out these hot leads, get your application in. The remote resume builder software is your go-to. As soon as you sign up, you're going to get an email with your login. You're going to have your own private dashboard, and you'll see all the templates already waiting for you to use. And you can see it's super easy to go through the 5-step wizard, and boom, you're ready to download and put your best foot forward. So try it out during our $1 7-day try before you buy trial. If you love the software, you can keep on using it. It's only $37 per month to make unlimited resumes and cover letters and use all the templates in our library. You're going to love it because it's a one-stop shop. Next up on the resources list is Extra Leads Club. All of these leads were featured in Extra Leads Club today. And every single weekday, we upload about 40 of the hottest remote opportunities. So if you're short on time, but you want to get results, join Extra Leads Club. It's only $10 a month. That's like the cost of a cup of coffee, and you can have access to a lot of really great opportunities. Link is in the description box below. And last but certainly not least is my Amazon storefront. I get a tiny commission if you purchase anything from here. This is really just to help you out with some of the options that are available. I would definitely check out Amazon's Computers because they have really great packages that don't break the bank. So check out my Amazon storefront, consider joining Extra Leads Club, and get your application in for these hot remote opportunities using the Remote Resume Builder software. And thank you all so much for watching. I truly hope this has been helpful, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.